everyone, I am Hone. It is Thursday. That means it's time for another draft video. I post one every Monday and Thursday. Before I make my pick here, I do want to remind you guys that my videos are sponsored by Card Kingdom, a great website for all the Magic products you could need. Sealed product, not sealed product, meaning singles. You can find a lot of it there at cardkingdom.com. This is an interesting pack. So Integrity Intervention is really good. But so is Underrealm Lich, and it's also Mythic, and normally that wouldn't affect me, but like, when am I going to get a chance to play with this again? You know, I mean, I will draft this format like 30 times, maybe more, but Mythics, you don't always get to see them. Then sometimes you see them multiple times, but it is a great card. I think it's comparable to this. Boros probably is a better deck than Golgari, like on average, but if Golgari's open enough, Underrealm Lich could star. You can also sideboard it in a Selesnya deck, and it would be sideboard it, splash it, or in a Dimir deck at the same time. Either of those would be fine. I do think it's close, pretty close, but I think we take the Lich. Okay. We went from a pack with several nice cards in it to this one, where Sky Knight Legionnaire is pretty good, but I think I take the Indrik. It's a nice little removal spell that happens to be a creature. You can get a lot of value out of it. Legionnaire is great, and it's like the backbone of Boros decks. Goblin Electromancer, kind of the same thing for Izzet. But given my first pick, I think taking the Indrik here is fine. And it's a good card. Okay, so what do we have here? So I do think people underrate Golgari. I think the nice thing about Golgari is you have a bunch of like value creatures who you can then trade, like Iron Shell Beetle, and they fill up your graveyard and you get Undergrowth going. But part of the reason Golgari does have problems is like Crawl Foragers and Golgari Raiders are not the Undergrowth payoffs you're looking for. Siege Worm is kind of underperformed in this format. It's still pretty good, but it's not much more than that. You know, you'll play a couple of them in most green decks, but it used to be, in past formats it's been like incredible, but it's not so much here. Inspiring Unicorn's pretty good. There's also a Pitiless Gorgon, which is another thing that's nice with Undergrowth because it can trade with anything. Maybe I just take it. I do like the Beetle a fair amount, but the Gorgon's nice too. Yeah, I think I'll take the Gorgon. I think I talked about this. Is another bad Undergrowth payoff, by the way. That is the problem. There are good Undergrowth cards. There weren't any in that pack. And there aren't a ton of them. So Luminous Bonds is nice. That's something to sort of think about. We could end up in Selesnya with what we've taken already. That is perfectly legit. District Guide can help us splash. Crawl Swarm is a nice attacker. And it's a pain to get rid of because it keeps coming back. But I kind of feel like you got to take Luminous Bonds here. Like, you know, even if we end up not playing it, that's fine. But we could also splash it. It's just such a good card. I like Crawl Swarm too, but Luminous Bonds is better. I think I would take it. Pack 1, pick 1. District Guide also sort of in the conversation. Opening up a splash is nice. Looks like we're going to get a Crawl Swarm anyway. That works for me. League Guild Mage is nice. But yeah, I think Crawl Swarm, well, Hellkite Whelp's comparable. They're the two best cards in this pack. Cool thing is Underrealm Lich can throw Crawl Swarm into our graveyard and help us, you know, do other stuff. So we could take a Golgari Guildgate. Bartizan Bats is fine, but like I think I generally like taking Guildgates over like fine cards, especially in the early going. If we don't end up Golgari, this will help us splash our Lich. And you know, Crushing Canopy and Bartizan Bats are both fine. Urban Utopia can be if you're like 4 colors. But I think we just take the Guildgate. You know, Wojek Bodyguard's really good. You know, if we wanted to sort of venture out into red, but I don't think it's enough better to make me undo what I've already done right now. Okay, so now I think I do take an Iron Shell Beetle. Okapi and Ceratok are both kind of nice too in this deck because they both have high power and can trade for stuff and help you build up your Undergrowth, but we really need 2 drops. You really need 2 drops in this format or you're going to get killed by Boros decks, basically. So I'm going to take the Beetle. Arboretum Elemental. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It's been kind of underwhelming, and it's definitely not as good as it can be in a Selesnya deck and a Golgari deck. Erstwhile Trooper is solid. I think I probably like it enough to take it over a Guildgate. Yeah, I think I do. Okay, another iron shell beetle. I think this is, yeah, it came back to us. I'd take it over a Ceratoc for sure. I'm a pretty big iron shell beetle fan. So for splashing white, playing Crush Contraband out of our sideboard, it sounds reasonable. See if we see green and black cards late here. Kind of hoping we do. Green is, by most people's estimation, the worst color in the set, and that's probably true. But if you can pick up enough quality commons like Iron Shell Beetles and Pitiless Gorgons and Infectionate Indrik, you're kind of okay. So here is an example of why Undergrowth isn't so good. This is supposed to be my, like, you know, I'm Golgari, let's take it. Yeah, but Siege Worm's just better. So, like, it's just better. Like, you'll pay 5 for it usually, and it'll be a 5/5 with Trample, which is just better than what the Crawl Foragers will do. I'm not saying Crawl Foragers is unplayable. It's just nothing special. So these are both reasonable. They both have the ability to trade, as most creatures do. I think I'm going to take the Child of Night. Okay, none of these are a sign of anything. They're all, I mean, Loxodon Restore is the best of the three. I guess I'll take it. Like an Urban Utopia in case something crazy happens. And hey, another Crush Contraband. I like where we're headed. Ooh, Camaraderie. Speaking of splashing, I kind of feel like you got to take Camaraderie. It is amazing. I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, but I have had it played against me. Yeah, it's easily the pick for us here. If this were pack 1, pick 1, it would easily be Camaraderie too. Beacon Bolt's good, but you do have to be like a heavy spells Izzet deck, which is most of them, to be fair, but it takes more effort than Camaraderie. You can't really splash it in every like red deck. Like, you don't want to splash this in Boros. You can splash this in any white or green deck in this format, and it'll be pretty good. But we need a high creature count, you know, if we ever get anything with Undergrowth that's worth having. And Camaraderie is good with high creature counts, and yeah, it's just great. We do need to pick up some fixing for it. We do have Urban Utopia if things go really bad. I'd rather just have dual lands. Okay, so I think we take Deadweight. Molder Hulk is an okay Undergrowth payoff, but he's also pretty underwhelming. The ones I want are like Rhizome Lurcher and the Worm. Those are the two that are at common that I like a lot. The 6-mana 6/4 Worm that pumps something and gives it vigilance. But yeah, we take Deadweight here. It's a great removal spell. Molder Hulk may just wheel, which would be fine. Guildmage's Forum is interesting. We already have 3 gold creatures. It helps us splash. At the same time, Playcrafter might just be better for us. This has been really super underwhelming. I overrated it in my set review. I thought I just thought it would do more than it does. It just doesn't. It's usually just a 2-for-1. So Playcrafter or Guildmage's Forum. I guess that's another reason Golgari's not good, is this gold card is, you know, their common gold card. The common gold cards in every other color are way better. Guildmage's Forum does help us splash Camaraderie, even if it doesn't do so effectively, since we have to pay 7 mana essentially for Camaraderie if we use it. And we do already have 3 gold creatures. Yeah, I think I talked myself into the Forum. I think it's close. Maybe Child of Night or something will wheel. Ooh, Glowspore Shaman is really good. This is actually pretty good Undergrowth payoff. But I like Glowspore Shaman a lot because it sets up Undergrowth a lot better than most things. We do already have Underrealm Lich, who also does that. But I think I like Glowspore Shaman. There's some good green cards here. Like, I would love to get back Sprouting Renewal or Hitchclaw Recluse. Mephitic Vapors for the sideboard would be okay. Same with the Crushing Canopy. Lotleth Giant is probably not coming back, but if it does, we'll be pretty happy. I'm taking the Shaman. The Shaman fits really well into what this deck wants to do, not only because it mills you, but because it also is another card with high power that can just trade for something like an X3, which is pretty nice. Granted, against a bunch of 1 power creatures, it's pretty obnoxious for you. I think I want Hired Poisoner more than Siege Worm at this point. It's yet another creature who can trade. I keep saying that, and we don't even have a way to use our graveyard yet, but we're going to get it. We'll get there. Okay, there we go. Rhizome Lurcher. Might of the Masses is an okay trick. Sprouting Renewal is kind of nice because you can mainboard it and have a way to blow up artifacts and enchantments, and in a fail case, just makes you a creature. Selesnya Guildgate is something we kind of want, but I think we got to take this Lurcher. Yeah, we're going to take the Lurcher. It is, the sort of the common backbone of this particular deck. So Burglar Rat's good. So is Pitiless Gorgon. Either one. I think I'm going to take the Rat here. Yeah. Okay, I think here we'll take a Sprouting Renewal. That's right. I'm taking it over Undercity Uprising. The one thing about Sprouting Renewal that's kind of annoying is it's not a creature for our Rhizome Lurcher and, you know, Crawl Foragers. But, yeah, we'll take this. This is when I would like to see some fixing. So Circuitous Route could be that. I don't know that we're really a deck that wants it. Grappling Sundew, if it's good in a green deck, this is it. It's not good in Selesnya, really. It's not good in general, but it's not terrible. It gives you a way to fight flyers, which is a relevant thing. Yeah. I think I'm going to take it. Even though the route could be way better, we need to pick up the Guild Gates. I'm taking the route. I can't make myself. Okay, Mulder Hulk came back. We also have a Golgari Locket, but we'll take the Hulk. Okay, so do we want a Child of Night, Crawl Foragers? We have lots of 2s already, so we're not as desperate. But is Child of Night or Crawl Foragers more likely to make our deck? I think it's similar. Yeah, I think I take the Child of Night. So I think we take Crushing Canopy here. We need a way to destroy flyers. And a late Siege Worm is something I'm okay with. And so is Wario Copy. So what I really want to find... Ooh, well, we may just play this. I was going to say, Fixing. We really want to find Fixing in this last pack so we can play both Camaraderie and Luminous Bonds. So between Locket and Forum, we probably are there. More would be better. Okay, so District Guide can help us, and it can search basics. I think that's probably worth taking over Harpooner, who has Undergrowth, but his Undergrowth's not all that relevant. So you're sort of having a draft explaining why Golgari has problems. Like, most of the time, it won't be relevant, but when it is, it's nice. But District Guide lets us play Camaraderie and Luminous Bonds, so I think we definitely do it. And that probably gets me out of having to play the Locket, which I'm not a huge fan of. In terms of gold creatures, we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Definitely enough for Forum. Ooh, Find Broker. Yeah, we take that. We already have one Circuitous Route that may or may not make the cut. I do like Generous Stray, but we definitely take Find Broker. It is great. And, you know, there's one Golgari gold card for you that is just straight up amazing. And it's another gold card. So I probably don't play Circuitous Route no matter what now that I got District Guide. I would love to pick up a Guild Gate that helps us. So I think I probably take another Deadweight. It's tempting to take the Tribunal since we are splashing white already. But that's kind of pushing things pretty deep to try to splash 3 white cards off of what we have right now. I mean, it's doable, but Deadweight is great too, and I think I just take the Deadweight. If this weren't here, I probably would take the Tribunal, but it is, so we'll take it. Okay. Discard Rat, Death Touch, Golgari Guild Gate. These are our options. The more Guild Gates we have, the more planes it's easy to play. I mean, we're already sort of stretched for playables. There are definitely some things we could cut. Like Child of Night may not make the cut in the end. I mean, I do like Hired Poisoner more than I like Child of Night. I think it's good enough that I'd rather just take it than, than the other card. So, don't want Wand of Vertebrae. I've seen some people say it's worth playing, but you have to have like a million cards with Undergrowth for it to be worth playing, and we have 2, so no thank you. Probably take a Guild Gate here. Yeah. Guild Gate it is. Ceratoc's fine, but like I said, I like taking Guild Gates over things that are just fine. So there's another Molder Hulk. I have a pretty good feeling it's going to wheel. I mean, there will only be 2 cards left in this pack, so maybe not. The idea of taking another Guild Gate is pretty appealing. over like Ceratok or Molder Hulk. Yeah, I think I take the Guildgate. So, yeah, this card is not especially good. We do have 3 Guildgates, which makes Gatekeeper Gargoyle somewhat appealing. Dimir Guildgate is not the Guildgate we're looking for. Golgari Raiders could be okay in this deck, but it's just so hard. The problem with it is how bad it is in the early game. And even in the late game, it's like, cool, I played a 4-mana 4/4 haste, which is good, but it's less good in the late game. I think I take the Gargoyle. I think it has a better chance of being good. Okay, another Rhizome Lurcher this late is making me pretty happy. So Child of Night, probably not making the cut at this point. Another Golgari Guildgate, okay. I'll take it. It does continue to make Gatekeeper Gargoyle better. Generous Stray, sure. So, Foragers. I mean, we could take another Locket, but I don't think we need to. I think I can run... I'll take one here. If we decide that's what we need. Here, we'll take a Wand of Vertebrae, a Ceratok. I think this deck looks pretty good. Golgari was pretty open, and we started with an awesome Mythic Golgari card that loads our graveyard. The bad news is we didn't pick up that much Undergrowth. We've got our 2 Lurchers and our Molder Hulk, which is fine. I mean, like I said, part of the problem of this deck that has made it maybe the worst deck, I kind of feel like Selesnya is worst, honestly. But part of its problem is it just doesn't have as high of quality of gold cards that support what it wants to do, basically. Yeah, but I think it's... I've had success. I do have a trophy with Golgari. So we definitely have enough creatures for the Forum, which does count as a white source. We've also got District Guide, which obviously counts as a white source. And I think we can also run a Plains. What do we cut here? Make this smaller. So what do we need to cut? 2 cards, 3 cards even. I mean, we could potentially cut Luminous Bonds and cut it to just Camaraderie as our splash. But we don't exactly have a lot of removal. We've got our Indrik and 2 Deadweights. We do have 3 creatures with Death Touch, which makes it a little better. Better of an idea. If I do that, our mana is going to be a lot better. And Camaraderie is obviously awesome. But we could think about cutting it at least. Think about cutting Sprouting Renewal. The fact that it's not a creature does matter when you have 2 Rhizome Lurchers and a Molder Hulk. We could bring it in out of the sideboard should we decide we need an effect like it. So yeah, I think it's probably what gets cut next. One more card. Maybe Okapi. That does drop us to 19 creatures, but that's still a ton. Yeah. Yeah. We can side it in if we see a lot of X3s and stuff like that. I think Molder Hulk will be good enough in a deck like this. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it just isn't. Yeah, it probably just isn't. I think... Oh, how did District Guide end up there? Whoops. Yeah, we definitely need District Guide. So this is probably our deck. We do lose 1 gold creature, but we still have plenty. This is going to make our draws a lot better. We're going to be running 4 Guild Gates. That's enough for the Gargoyle. You're not a gate, are you? No. So we'll have District Guide to find us a Plains if we need it, and Guild Mage's Forum as a source of white, and that's fine for just Camaraderie, which I think I'm going to do. Yeah. I think I'm going to do it. So... Magic Online is a mystery sometimes. Sometimes it's like, play 3 planes. Now it wants me to play no planes, which is obviously not a good idea. So we have 10 green sources and 9 black sources the way this is right now. I think going to 9-9-1 is fine. Oh. Or we could count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, that's 9 black, 8 green. I think pushing it to 9 green is probably a good idea. And that's what they wanted me to do, and that's correct. All right, this deck looks pretty sweet for no small region, Underwhelm Lich, but this is the first time I've actually felt like Gatekeeper Gargoyle was the right thing to do, too. So, oh, Sprouting Renewal ended up back in here. So, I think I'd rather have it than the Okapi. Yeah, all right. See you guys in the first match. All right, we are going into our first match, and as you may have noticed, I finally have a new overlay that looks pretty awesome. Didn't have it for the draft part, but I have it now, and it'll be used in the rest of my draft videos, obviously. Yeah, this hand's a keep. I mean, it's not anything exciting, but it's fine. You know, we don't have anything till turn 3, but I don't think that's the end of the world, unless we're playing Boros or something. You know, what are the chances of that? But since I didn't play a 1-drop, we're not going to be completely devastated. And there are Selesnya. Okay, we'll play another Guildgate. End our turn. I guess we'll probably play the Trooper. It can actually cause problems for Fresh-Faced Recruit, potential problems anyway, whereas Pitiless Gorgon can't do that, neither can the Sprouting Renewal token. Okay, ooh. Alright, so yeah, we'll play the Trooper here. Except I need to tap green mana. There we go. What is more worth discarding? So if they're just attacking with that, I don't think I'm going to bother blocking. There's too many tricks they could have that just destroy me, 2-for-1 me. And taking 2 isn't really a huge cost. Okay. Now, Pitiless Gorgon is pretty good against that. I can actually even make it a 3-3, so I guess that's what I'm going to do, because I can. There's not really a good reason not to. So, add green, black, black. And Wonder Turn. I think I probably still use it to trade for the Centaur, but it may be that it can survive combat a little more effectively than it could. Yeah, so... Okay, they're just going to attack with that. Given that I can play Underwhelm Lich next turn, do I block? I think taking 2 is probably okay again. If this can hold back a Rosemane Centaur, I think I keep doing that. Okay, there's our white mana. Could also play Siege Worm here, but it's definitely better to just play the Lich. Be nice if I could play it bigger. I could wait a turn, but I think it's better to just play it now. So we can make it indestructible, obviously. So it can block really well right now. We do have to pay life, and we're at 14, but I think it's probably worth it, depending on what our opponent does, of course. If they put an aura on it, we at least have Sprouting Renewal, although putting an aura on it even for a turn is going to suck if that's what they do. Gross. That also sucks. Okay, let's see if we can draw into something here. None of you are really what I want. I mean, I guess Hired Poisoner is okay because it can block this on the ground. But don't really need District Guide. Yeah, I'll take the Poisoner. So Siege Worm, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. We will play Siege Worm. I guess I can play the Poisoner first. Probably better to just play Siege Worm. And Tap that. This is like the best Convoke payoff for Selesnya decks. It's better than Siege Worm for sure. So they can actually hit me for 6 in the air here, which isn't good. I don't remember. It's been like a week since I actually recorded the draft portion for this. I don't remember if we have a way to deal with flyers in the sideboard, but I sure hope we do. We take 6. Come on, buddy. Find us an answer. You did not find me an answer. We're not quite dead yet, but we're getting there. Yeah. So maybe I attack with Siege Worm here. It's not going to make things any worse for me because I can still play Hired Poisoner and Rhizome Lurcher. Doesn't really make things any worse for them either. Yeah. I mean, it's not like I won't still be able to block effectively on the ground. They have 5 attackers on the ground, and I'll still have enough blockers, so I think we attack with Siege Worm. Having Underrealm Lich is nice, but I mean, and he is keeping us in this game more than just drawing cards off the top of our library would. But right now we're so far behind because of these flyers that we are in a bit of trouble. Okay, so Hired Poisoner. Rhizome Lurcher with a counter. And that's all. So they can attack me for 6 in the air here. Which I think probably means we don't really have a way out no matter what now. Because even if I draw a way to kill the Flight of Equinox now, I take 2, which will be lethal next turn. So need a miracle. Oh, or they'll just kill me now. We figured they had a trick that whole time. Okay, well, gotta kill Flight of Equinox. We do have Crushing Canopy. It looks to me like it's just going to be better than Sprouting Renewal. No Hitchclaw Recluse, which would be nice. Yeah, I think that's really all we got. This would have been nice, huh? Would have been a 5/5. All right, so did I have a way to actually kill that? I don't know that I did. No. I have dead weights. And Crossworm would have been okay, I guess. But yeah, we're kind of in trouble with regard to Flight of the Equinox in general, it would seem. It would seem. I think we have to mulligan this. That's not so good either, but I think we have to keep this one. We have to draw gas, but yeah. I mean, our deck has a reasonable curve, so drawing all the 5s and 6s is a little frustrating. I could still go down. They went down. I'm going to go down one more. I mean, we're dead if we don't draw something to play early. Okay, that is much better. We don't have black, though, so not as much better as I thought it was at first look, but we kind of have to keep it no matter what, I think. So we play the forest, obviously, because if we draw a swamp, we want to be able to play our shaman, who could also find us a land, which would be nice. Okay, we didn't draw a swamp, but close enough, right? Okay, so we're going to play Glowspore Shaman here. I think we probably want to land if we hit one. Yeah, another Guildgate. Yeah, I think we do. This will hit a dead weight, which would have been nice, but hey. So do I just trade here? Holding onto the creature does make Siege Worm more of a possibility. I think I'm just going to take the 2. Of course, in the last game, taking all that early damage ended up biting us because our opponent played flyers and stuff. Guildgate and Hired Poisoner. End our turn. So yeah, if we draw a land now, we can actually play Siege Worm, which would be nice. Question is whether I just take 4 here so that I can maybe play Siege Worm, or if it's better to trade. I think I just take 4. Yeah, Woodshaper's nice. Light of Champion, okay. Ooh, we did it. Okay. So we're also 1 away from Indrik, which will be really good if we can do that. So cast, convoke. This is one of those situations, though, where if they just go removal, we're in a lot of trouble. If they don't just go removal, we're all right. But there's a good chance they do. They don't, actually. Works for me. Okay. Not really worth attacking because of the nonsense this will do. So I think I'm just going to play Pitiless Gorgon here. In my turn. So what do we kill if we... I think we kill... If they play their Ledev Champion, which seems likely, that's probably what we kill with the Indrik. No, they play Skyline Scout. I'm happy to kill that with the Indrik too. Because it has flying, which is the bane of our existence, apparently. The bigger flyer's coming, it looks like. Oh, never mind. Okay, well, not what I was hoping for, but it'll work. It actually gives us a clock in the air instead of our opponent. So that's nice. I mean, they have one too, but it's not... They can't block with their guy as a flyer. All right, we're going to go to 12 here. I mean, they haven't used half their mana for that. Granted, they have a bunch of Convoke, so probably doesn't feel like half to them because like they could still play their 4/5 flyer right now. Or use Prey Upon on my poor creature. Okay. So, I think we play the Indrik now and use it to kill the Scout. We can get this back at some point, is worth noting, but I don't think that's what we want to do right now. And I can attack with the Indrik and not feel too bad about it. So it's going to be a nice mana sink to have. Oh, crap. We still get a 2-for-1, but it's not as nice of one. We do have a nice mana sink if we draw a land here, for example, just being able to... Oh, never mind. It has to be a creature card. That's right. There are going to be a lot of scenarios, though, where the best thing to do will just be to draw a... something like Crawl Swarm, like where instead of some random creature. So far, our deck doesn't feel great, I gotta say. Our opponent's also got like a really great deck, and oh good, they have a Beast Whisperer too. That's what I wanted to see. Ooh, Gatekeeper Gargoyle to the rescue. You'll be a 5/5, buddy. Yeah, I don't think we attack. We need to kill them before Beast Whisperer gets online, though. I can tell you. I mean, it's already online. They're gonna draw cards off of it. It's gonna happen. In this case, the Gargoyle is definitely better than Crawl Swarm. Just in terms of, just in basically every way, actually. Okay, they draw a card. Gatekeeper Gargoyle has them on a 4-turn clock. Yeah, I wish I'd waited to play my Indrik now. Although if they used their trick, I wouldn't have been able to kill their Beast Whisperer. So, you know. Does look like we're going to get in for 5 in the air here. Oh, unless they play their 4/5 flyer. 3/4. Nah. Another Siege Worm's nice. Okay, so we're going to attack with Gatekeeper Gargoyle. They've drawn extra cards, and that's not good for us. Right? They go to 15. We are going to cast Siege Worm. I mean, maybe there's something to be said for just grabbing the flyer here, which would make us have 9 damage. That would speed up our clock significantly. Interesting. Let me think here. I mean, I can't do it all right away. I'm a couple mana away from that. Yeah, I think we play the Siege Worm. Try to lock down the ground while they draw a million cards. Oh, good. Because their deck's not already good enough, right? Jeez. So now if we kill this, it pumps all their white creatures. And it's also just a huge attacker. Great, great, great. I think we lost. Oh, man. Not fun. Felt like we had something cooking and then boom. I mean, it's one of the biggest bombs in the format. So I haven't actually had to play against it yet. Been lucky, I guess. It's only a rare, not even a mythic. Okay. Well, there's just like not a good thing to do here. I think maybe the thing that maximizes my chances is to just attack with my Gargoyle. I think there's a significant chance they don't block. If they do, I still think it's the best thing for us to do. They don't. So they can hurt us really badly here still, but if I can find a way to get rid of this, there is a chance we could find our way stumbling into a win. It's unlikely, but it's possible. More so than just having my Gargoyle block this. Yeah, so they're going to mentor that. I'm going to block it with a Death Touch creature. We go to 7. They can go wide enough now that we're pretty much dead. What else do they have? Big Flyer? 4/5 Flyer? No, just a Siege Worm. Their deck's so good. Cavaliers, and yeah, we're dead. All right. Well, that didn't go super well. You know, sort of felt like we had a little bit of life there near the end, but it didn't work out in the end. Hopefully our next matches go a little better. All right, match 2. We have another hand that's kind of slow, but I do think... what do I think? Can this one work? We're on the draw. I think we can probably get away with mulliganing. I mean, this is okay. We definitely need to draw black mana, but there it is. Okay, that makes the hand a lot better. Guildgate. Don't have any creatures to play early. I mean, Sprouting Renewal is kind of a creature, but... Right, is it? We do not have the fast start that we probably want against most Is It decks. Some Is It decks are aggressive. Play a 3-drop I can kill with Deadweight, please. Do it. You didn't do that. Why didn't you listen to me? Okay, so... Do we Sprouting Renewal here just for a creature? Is it worth it? Probably. Yeah, I'm just going to do it. No attack. Works for me. Okay. So I think we want to play Glowspore Shaman before we try to play Rhizome Lurcher. Would like to hit a land off of it too, honestly. So that kind of works out. Glowspore Shaman is nice against Piston Fist Cyclops. They may counter this, by the way. No, they don't. They do it with the 4 mana, but... Okay, so we hit Camaraderie, of course. We do get the land. We didn't hit any creatures. Frustrating, to say the least. Okay, we are going to hit a 5th land to play Crawl Swarm next turn, though. Oh boy. Both Cyclops are in play. Okay. I'm going to play Crawl Swarm. What's going to be particularly painful is if they play a way to kill my Crawl Swarm. And then they're able to attack, and this is bigger too. It would feel great right about now. Okay, just a big creature. One that our Crawl Swarm can trade with at least. Alright, so I think we attack with our Swarm. Okay, get in for 4. Then play Siege Worm. Yeah, seems pretty alright. Boy, Muse Drake makes Crawl Swarm look so bad. Yeah, we go to 15. So I could play Deadweight on it. Then it can't trade. And that's seriously worth considering, I think. But it doesn't feel awesome. Okay. I think I attack with Glowspore Shaman and Crawl Swarm here and see what happens. Maybe it's not worth it with the Shaman. Maybe it's just Siege Worm and Crawl Swarm. Ugh. It's just not a nice board state for us at all. And that's for sure. Okay. Getting more big creatures out there could help, though. And so I think I'm okay with attacking with the Swarm. We can get it back later if we want to. Yeah, so 2 for 1 for them. And then I'm going to play another Siege Worm, which should give us 2 effective attackers next turn. I'm hoping. Deadweight has not felt great here. I mean, it's been able to do stuff, but nothing significant, really. I may have to put it on City Watch Sphinx at some point just to lower our clock so that we can just last longer in this game, basically. Oh, good. Book Devourer. Alright, so we're going to attack with both Siege Worms and see what happens here. Okay, so we definitely kill the Book Devourer. So now the choice is, yeah, Rhizome Lurcher. I don't know. I'm gonna put Deadweight here. Lurcher will be a 4/4, which is certainly significant. Yeah, so we'll do that. And yeah, we'll play the Guildgate too. So now we're on a 4-turn clock for now anyway. They haven't played a spell yet to really punish us. As soon as they do, we're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, we could have put Deadweight here, but it wouldn't have done enough. We'd only done 5 damage to it. If we'd done 6, that's probably what I would have done. But in the end, I think Deadweight was more useful to put on the Sphinx. I don't like the looks of this. Oh, good. Inescapable Blaze. Drops me to 4, makes that a 6/8. And that's probably lethal, right? So we take 3 in the air that we can't stop no matter how hard we try. I block this, take 2. Actually, we can survive, but it's not going to be pretty. If I block here and then double block here, we go to 1. Yay! 1 life. We don't even kill the erratic Cyclops. Interesting. That might actually keep me alive depending on what my opponent's got going on over there. Gatekeeper Gargoyle has been pretty solid. We've added 2 gates both times we played it. We are at 1 against a deck that usually has several ways of just doing damage. So we'll see what happens. We will see. Yeah, like just playing a Muse Drake is enough for lethal. So that's not good. If they have any spell too, I mean, it's not going to be that hard. Well, they actually can't. Not with a 4 mana or less spell anyway. Yeah, we're dead. Muse Drake plus City Watch Sphinx is lethal. Well, Crushing Canopy. Maybe. No. I mean, yeah, it'll probably be better than Sprouting Renewal, so sure. But yeah, I haven't gotten to draw Camaraderie. Of course, we don't have the mana for it that game anyway. I would like to play first. We have struggled with our opening hands, and it may be deck construction. Got a mulligan this one. My God. This is what I get for saying I haven't drawn Camaraderie yet. I don't think I've O2'd in this format yet, which has been pretty nice, but I feel it coming now because we're going to 5. Awesome. If we draw super well, we have a chance here, but I shouldn't have said anything about camaraderie. Forest or swamp. Swamp even better. Give me swamp. Please. That's what we need. Yeah. Keep listening, please. Then we can go Gorgon. Oh, wow. Maybe we have a chance here. They didn't play anything, and they don't have blue mana. So maybe we can just kill them with an Iron Shell Beetle and a Pitiless Gorgon if they keep not drawing well. That'd be nice, right? Wouldn't be terrible as slow of a start they have for us to just draw all lands if one of them is a plains right here, anyway. Well, next turn we can play Siege Worm, potentially, which when your opponent is on 2 mana is not fun. Yeah, discarding Direct Current there is a pretty good call. But they do not hit the 3rd land for it. They discard another jump start. Yes, they do. Okay, we did hit the land. We didn't hit a plains, but maybe we'll just do it next turn. Attack for 4. I'm glad we mulliganed into a more aggressive hand, because with the other hands we had, there was definitely a chance that we wouldn't have been able to really punish them for the slow start, but we are punishing them here. Okay, so I think I attack with 1 and play the Siege Worm with the other. 2/4, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, Disdainful Stroke is nasty against, you know, Golgari or Selesnya, really. Did we win thanks to our opponent's mana screw? We did. Yeah. At least say we won a game. Okay. Yeah, I think we just leave things how we put them. We have 2 Iron Shell Beetles. It's the first time we've seen one. Yeah, we have 6 1 or 2 drops that are creatures anyway. I don't usually say drop for things that aren't creatures. I'm not sure if that's correct, but certainly shouldn't be said for things that aren't permanents, because you don't drop them on the battlefield. I don't know. Don't know. We did draw stupid well in that game. We drew exactly how we wanted to. We didn't hit a plains, but other than that, it was pretty awesome. This hand's good. It's one of the best hands we've seen so far, especially on the draw, where we have a good chance of drawing another land at some point like that. So we can play Iron Shell Beetle next turn, or we could play Hired Poisoner. Probably better to just play the Beetle. Yeah. It led us to victory last time. See if we can do it again. So next turn we play the Guildgate and Hired Poisoner. Gatekeeper Gargoyle would be pretty big later. Darn it. That's frustrating. That card's so good at like stopping aggressive starts. Gets a little less good against a deck with like a bunch of Mentor, but okay, so definitely play Glowspore Shaman. See what we get out of that. Deal. Didn't hit a land, and we hit Camaraderie again. Glowspore Shaman has not been kind to me today. We did hit 1 creature at least, which is good for a Rhizome Lurcher. Yeah. Okay, well, Guildgate, Poisoner. Let's going to be a 6/6 Gatekeeper Gargoyle. End our turn. So I'm going to attack with both Poisoners here. Kind of okay if they decide to kill one with Dimir Informant. Guess I should just attack with the Beetle too. Okay. So now the question is, do I play a 3/3 Rhizome Lurcher or an Erstwhile Trooper? I think the Troopers... I don't know, a 3/3 on this board actually sounds pretty nice. Yeah, let's just do the Lurcher, even though it'll be bigger later, potentially. If they use Disdainful Stroke on it, that's cool with me, given what I have in my hand. All right. Command the Storm on it. Book Devourer. Crap. All right. Well, we really need 2 more lands. That'd be great. We have a bunch of good stuff in our hand. I think if the Devourer attacks me, I probably just block it with a Poisoner. I don't do like anything. I don't try to keep them from drawing cards off of it. Though maybe I should, but I think I'm okay with just blocking with Poisoner. Okay, there's the 5th land that we wanted, which lets us play 1 big flyer. I think, it depends what they do, but I bet playing the Gargoyle is going to be better, because that gives us 10 damage in the air. That's annoying. Not planning on attacking, I guess. Okay, so we're going to attack. I think I'm okay with the Crawl Swarm deal again, because we're just going to play a bigger flyer, and we can get this back if we really want it. I could also kill Rubble Belt Boar with Affectionate Indrik, but I think for now I just want to play the big flyer. No Disdainful Stroke, so thank God for that. Oh man. Okay. Destroyed both of our flyers. Camaraderie's in the graveyard. We still have our Lich. So, yeah. The Lich is probably our best path to victory. We can get back our Crawl Swarm, though. I keep forgetting about that. I don't think we do with an Indrik, but it's an option with a lot of other creatures we draw. Especially if the board state stays like this, where things aren't too crazy. The Death Touchers are really holding down the fort for me here, because, like, yeah, Book Devourer can attack me, and yeah, you would get to discard a card and draw a card, and I would take 3, but I would kill it with a Death Toucher. And okay, interesting. So yeah, if they just attack with that, I think maybe just blocking with Glowspore Shaman's better. Probably is, so let's do that. We have another Rhizome Lurcher who's going to be pretty big when he hits the table. So yeah, we'll play Indrik here and kill Rubble Belt Boar. And yeah, think that's it. Got to get that Book Devourer out of the way, and we can start actually attacking. We also have a Golgari Find Broker, by the way, who could get back one of our flyers. Yeah, that sucks. Okay. Gonna kill them both, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna play this one in my turn. Even Deadweight would be pretty nice right about now. My God. I'm playing lands so that it's easier for me to get back Crawl Swarm and play it in the same turn, which we can now do. Awesome. We definitely play the Lich instead of Crawl Swarm, so pretty easy. Figure that one out. See if they have a counter spell here. They do not. Cool thing about this, I don't think I mentioned it in the draft, is you don't actually get milled by this. It's a replacement effect, so even if we run out of cards in our deck, we don't actually lose to milling, which is pretty nice, if you didn't know. So if we can hit a Rhizome Lurcher, it will be 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it'll be a 6/6, which is plenty big on this board. I guess we still have one Siege Worm left in our library too, which would be nice. And now we have a ton of card selection. Okay. I'm leaning towards actually getting the Guide because we could get back Camaraderie. No, never mind. He can only get permanents. So we'll get Pitiless Gorgon. That's better. Pretty much all the time. Except it's probably not better than Crawl Swarm, so yeah. We need to pressure them, and this will let us do that. So they're going to draw 2 cards off of this now? Yeah. Well, after the first game of this match, it didn't look like our deck was going to even be able to put up a fight, but at least we've done that now. You know, we won a game, Mana Screw, sure, but this game we're actually, like, doing things and not just getting owned. Oh, man. That means they get to discard 4 cards and draw 4 cards if they want to. Nasty. Also means I have good attacks now. Interestingly. Okay, so I think the Lurcher is just going to be better. Is it better than Crawl Swarm? Yeah, probably right now. All right, so let's attack with everything? Yeah, everything. Getting closer to that Find Broker. If they have a Disdainful Stroke or something, that's going to be obnoxious, but, like, even if they do that, our attack here is going to be really annoying for them. They can block one of the 4s easily, but the other 4 can kill Dimir Informant. They're going to take at least 4. So, I think it's worth it. They're going to take 6, which I'm cool with. Let's see if they have that Disdainful Stroke, which is entirely possible. They do. Yeah. Okay, that's all right. That's less all right. gross. Okay. Now they have the board locked down a lot better. They attack me for 4 here. Okay, all lands, huh? I guess we take the Forum. It has the potential to actually, you know, do stuff. Gives us white mana too, should that come up, but I don't think it will. Alright. We're going to end our turn, and that's not good, because they're going to attack us for 1 every turn and surveil. Where's our Fine Broker? So we can get back Gatekeeper Gargoyle. That's probably what we get back. It's only permanence. We still have a Deadweight in our library, which would be good for the Sprite. Both Siege Worms are in the graveyard now. Yeah, interesting. We have another... No, we don't. We played both our Lurchers. But we... Yeah, so throwing more creatures in our graveyard doesn't really matter now. Just being able to play Crawl Swarm is, it would be nice, but at the same time, they already have a 1/2 in play, so. We'll take the 1. Oh, good. There's Fine Broker and Deadweight in the same pack. I think we take Fine Broker. I don't have the mana to make it bigger and play the Gargoyle in the same turn, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to play the Fine Broker as is. And get back Gatekeeper Gargoyle, right? Yes. Be a 6/6 again. Okay, Beetle? Or Stray? Probably Beetle. They may be hoping I'm going to mill myself out, but again, that can't happen. We don't really have a good attack here, so I'm just going to play Iron Shell Beetle. Maybe getting back the Crawl Swarm's better. I'm going to make this a 4/5. Making this a 7/7 doesn't really make a difference. I guess it gets it out of range of Inescapable Blaze. Yeah, all right. I convinced myself. We already saw the Blaze, but who knows how many they have. Who knows? I think they're hoping I'm going to mill myself out. Even though we can't mill ourselves out, we are going to run out of things to draw. So that's kind of a problem. So Burglar Rat probably and get back Crawl Swarm. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Where are you, Crawl Swarm? Crawl Swarm. Oh. Since it's a replacement effect, I won't mill myself. Now I have ways to block both of their flyers. Okay, Beacon Bolt, sure. Can't quite kill Gatekeeper Gargoyle, but it can get close, so I'm a little worried. If they can kill my gargoyle, I think we lose. I don't think we have much hope if that happens. Going after the Indrik. Yay! No cards in my library, but I don't lose. So they have to find a way to kill me, which they have a good chance of doing because they can actually draw stuff. I can't draw stuff, obviously. So, oh, good. Yeah, now we're dead. Okay. Oh, you know, we got our freaking Underrealm Lich 2 games, and he didn't do... I mean, the card selection was great. It's what kept us in both games, but, you know, that didn't go super well. I think the deck was all right. We definitely had a little bit of bad luck, but same time, opponents' decks just seemed a lot better than ours too. So 0-2 for the first time in this format. I'll see you guys in the next draft video.